Everything is looking ready to push through here. That will be the next major zone where we need to pay attention. I have a $2.5 million Bitcoin trade running right now. Can go as low as $84,000, but the move will come in the next 4 to 12 hours in my opinion. Guys, I come out to you today with a massive warning. We need to be prepared for the next steps for Bitcoin. I will show you exactly what I have found and why we need to take precautions right now. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here once again today. No live stream, regular video as usual. I will still do every now and then live streams when I think I should do them, but my editor becomes unemployed, you know, if I don't keep making regular videos. So today we start off with the DXY chart, because the DXY is sitting here at a really crucial resistance level of 106.5 points. We don't want to see that we turn around here and go above that. With an event that tomorrow is coming up, I'm actually expecting that we will get continuation to the downside, and I will tell you here in a little bit what that event actually is. So here, further downside, which will help us to push Bitcoin into higher levels. Also, when we look here again at the ETF inflows, yesterday we had nice positive ETF inflows here. Almost 2,830 Bitcoins were yesterday bought. If I had to calculate this, it's like $280 million roughly. Plus minus, you know, so a couple millions, good amount that was bought here today. I expect also again a positive number while Bitcoin is going sideways under a massive resistance. So, and the resistance that I'm talking about is here the $91,776 mark. You see, we are trying really hard to break through this here on the 12-hourly chart, and the 12-hourly chart, the stochastic RSI, is ready to go. We are ready, like super ready to go here to the upside. The RSI also ready to turn around here, and the MACD is also not super bearish here in its current position. So everything is looking ready to push through here and go into a new all-time high. Going into that new all-time high brings a lot of risk with it, and I'm going to show you here in a moment what I mean by that. So here on the VPVR, we are also fighting a little bit with the highest point of the VPVR here. That's also in alignment with that dollar level that I just spoke about. But once that is broken, we start to fly, and we have potentially here in the next 14 minutes, if we close the 12-hourly candle, we're going to fly with the next one, or the next candle is starting to fly. So here, basically, when you see this video, I expect that Bitcoin broke already to the upside. So I should have actually made this a live stream so that we can talk about this live and trading this live. But I did not think about this. I saw this too late. I literally just saw this. So you're going to see this like in 45 minutes from now. If we break out, absolutely everything is fine. We potentially push straight into new all-time high. But the important thing is what happens afterwards. That is important. So when you look at the indicators, you would think, okay, we're going to go up for the next foreseeable future, next 4 or 5 days. We keep pushing. But I think a lot of people are mistaken and they get too confident that we just keep going higher and higher as long as we see bullish patterns here forming like this ascending triangle on higher time frames. So now on the 1-hourly chart, here you can clearly see how we are chopping around. Also here yesterday, just chopping around between $89,000 and $92,700. We still did not break the all-time high over here. But like I said, today I think we're going to do it. The move will not come from the 1-hourly chart, because here the 1-hourly chart is not looking incredible bullish to me, but it might be the 4-hourly chart if I have a look over here. So the move will be initiated out of the 4-hourly chart. Here we are really close to get above that level here. $26 away right now. Oh, here it's on this chart, it's $100. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So, but once we are closing here, the 12-hourly or the 4-hourly candle above current price levels, it's a done deal that we fly to the upside, in my opinion. And especially here, MACD about to print a buy signal. Stochastic gave us a buy signal already, and the RSI is slightly going up. So here, the RSI is not going up in a sharp angle currently. because we are under resistance and on lower time frames consolidating here. So that's the only reason that we don't see a sharp angle here pushing as sharper degree to the upside. So here on this 4-hourly chart, however, here you can see the indecision in the current 4-hourly candle over here, where the price is just bouncing between the golden ratio and the 0.786 level, and here at the golden ratio, the underlying demand area. So here, I expect soon, like I said, in the next hour or so, that to change. It can take a little bit longer, but the move will come in the next 4 to 12 hours, in my opinion. And the danger zone that I'm talking about is here. The golden ratio, the Fibonacci extension level, the 1.618, $97,700 approximately, and $96,900. So that will be the next major zone where we need to pay attention what's going to happen to everything. Because I still expect when we come up here that we are going to see a big pullback. So now $89,000 has created a strong support level. And as long as we are holding here this upward sloping trend line, everything is fine. If we move to $93,000, so slightly below the prior all-time high, and create a new one and get slammed down from here, I expect that trend line to break and we go a little bit lower. We can go as low as $84,000 in my opinion. Yeah, 84. So if we are getting a move here into the Fibonacci extension levels, expect that we just come down to that trend line, potentially wick into the underlying demand area and get a bounce from here, because this is also almost a 10% move to the downside. From there, I expect some sideways consolidation with some chop and some wicks again to the downside. But in this time frame here, altcoins will go absolutely nuts, guys. Left, right, and center in that consolidation phase. In that initial move to the downside, they're going to get hammered. Don't be mistaken. That move, as soon as that move is happening, altcoins going to get hammered. So what do? When we are getting close to the golden ratio, I close everything, guys, besides my spot positions. But everything else, everything on leverage, I'm closing every single position. Because why would I hold them and risk a 20-30% drop to the downside and round trip my profits if I can just take all the money that I made, place limit orders that potentially will get filled, and immediately print money again? So and I have my capital, it's not stuck in the trade and I have to wait that it goes back up like 10-15%, to get my money back, So this is how you play it smart in the bull run, So if I'm mistaken here and we just keep going higher, okay, fine, I enter higher again with a tight stop loss, So but I just don't want to take that risk in that moment here when we are getting there. The risk is too high, guys. It's way too high. So even though the MDX algo gradient to heat up here again, as you can see, we are here still in a purple, slightly reddish candle. It's still more purple than red. But once we're pushing here up again and we start to turn red, I think it will turn around. So and also here you see a slightly turn up again. Once this is expanding on the MDX algo reactor indicator, we know that the move is happening. I have new trades running right now. Because remember, I said I want to make sure that I stay above 500K. My Bitcoin trade, my new one, is a little bit underwater. I have a $2.5 million Bitcoin trade running right now. So here you go. I'm 0.3% underwater. It's not crazy, So I opened that at 92,000 when we were above, that resistance, because I thought we're gonna stay there already. So I maybe jumped a little bit too early the gun. But my other trades, they are still doing okay. I have a new Solana trade because I think we're going in the next couple of days into a new all-time high. My Rune trade is still doing fine. The ICP trade that I opened yesterday, and I had another trade open. They got close in profit, so I'm happy with that. Again, guys, if you want to trade on ZoomX, sign up there, deposit $100, open one single trade, and you stand a chance to win $500 2 times per week. In total, $1,000 that you get on ZoomX. And ZoomX is the best platform if you cannot trade on Bybit, guys. For a centralized exchange, it's the best platform for you. And guys, a lot of my altcoin trades and also Bitcoin trades are happening here. So make use of the platform while you can with the link in the description below and the pin comment below. When we're going into the liquidation levels on the 4-hourly chart, also here, again, the high leveraged liquidity is building up between $87,800 and $89,000. Let it be $900, approximately $800, doesn't matter, which makes it again highly likely when we start pushing here to liquidate all these low leverage positions and that are sitting all the way up to $98,000, that we come back down into here the high leverage liquidity on these liquidation levels to take this liquidity out, and from here reverse then into continuation past $100,000. I would not be surprised if we would see a short-lived wick, like literally a couple seconds, going as low as $84,000 on that move, comes back up, ranges here around or just below $90,000, and then we go again. So there are multiple scenarios. I'm prepared for any of them, so it doesn't matter. But $97,000, $98,000 is coming, guys. It's coming. We are just a couple hours away from it. Really, really close. And you see it also with that symmetric, with this bull pennant here, that we broke out of it on the 4-hourly chart. And from here, we also get continuation because we have multiple times already retested. Here also the EMA ribbon out, and it was only the upper ribbon that we properly retested with candle closes above it, and which is usually a sign for continuation to the upside. On the liquidation heat map, you find more confluence that a short squeeze is looming around the $93,000 area, which will propel us in direction of $95,000, and then again potentially into the golden ratio that we spoke about. On the 1 week chart, you see here the high order concentration for short liquidations at $93,000, and also over the last 24 hours, you find here the area of highest interest to be tapped around $92,900. So here we might be just a couple hours away from that to see that unfolding, which will be then, will this be? No, we were at $93,000 like 2 weeks ago or something. So it's not a new all-time high. Yeah, but almost, so we are then like 1% away from a new all-time high. And even on the 2 week chart, so $93,000, there is currently $261 million worth of short liquidations that are gonna get wrecked when we get up there. But I think here all the way up, we are talking about like $600, $700, $800 million worth of short liquidations if we only tap $95,000. So if you want to trade altcoins with me and get a free $500 airdrop position, guys, and you want to trade any of these coins, again, I'm going to mention some of these coins today in this video, then sign up on Bybit, deposit $100 and get guaranteed a $500 airdrop position, guys. Guaranteed. You only need to deposit $100, go to the rewards hub, claim the voucher, use the voucher. All the profits made out of these $500 belong absolutely to you, and don't sleep on this. You have less than 30 days to make use of that. When it's gone, guys. I have no idea when it's coming back. So do it right now, and I will show you on some of these coins, it's now the moment to take advantage of this free airdrop position to start printing like crazy. So now on Bybit, I open a new trade. I open a GRT trade. I'm going to show you why I opened this trade during this video. So stick around here until the end that you know what I'm talking about. But what I actually wanted to show you is the Bitcoin dominance is bouncing right now a little bit. Not really surprising. I was expecting this because we saw over the last 2 days some of the older altcoins smashing to the upside like crazy. So I was not surprised here on the way down that we see here now a move back to the upside. This will of course continue if Bitcoin breaks now above $92,000 and keeps moving a little bit higher. I don't expect the dominance will go too crazy, but it could come back to like 60.3%. From here, I expect then tomorrow continuation to the downside. And remember what I said, this is healthy, guys. This is super healthy to see something like this, where the dominance comes down, gets a bounce, goes down again, a little bit lower, consolidates again a little bit, goes lower. This is what we want to see. We want to see sustainable moves in the dominance to the downside, and not crazy moves where we pull candles like this, and go down like this, and then the bounce does something like this, and your you made maybe 70% on the way down, you know, in one single trade. But on the upside, you know, you get completely wrecked, because you have to understand here we only need to move back 35%, you know, to have the same outcome. So if we bounce on the dominance back to the upside and your coin is now minus 40%, you're technically in a loss, you know. So, and that's not what you want to see, you know. So when this is happening, I know it sounds confusing, but go and check, you know. So go and check on some altcoins. If you make 70% and the coin drops 40%, you're in a loss, you know. So and this is not what you want, you know. So and that's why we want that the dominance comes down sustainably. Now the total free market cap is still chilling here around the $835 billion level, but tomorrow, here's the reason why I believe the dominance will come down tomorrow. I believe that we smash here through and go in direction of $900 billion really quickly. So why do I believe tomorrow is the day where this is going to happen? Why does Alex Nostradamus think this is going to happen? Because tomorrow something special is happening. We have an NVIDIA earnings report coming out here, scheduled for November 20th. And every single time when the earnings report came out, NVIDIA exceeded the expectation. So here, earning expectation was exceeded in October last year by almost 19%. Then in January by 11.4%, in April by 9.81%, in July by 5.66%. Now I expect again that we will be somewhere around 3-4% over the expected growth for NVIDIA in their earnings report. So as long as it can be even a percent, you know, if we only exceed by 1% the earnings report, all AI coins, altcoins will go absolutely nuts, and Bitcoin will also get a push, plus Ethereum and Solana. So, but mainly AI coins that are using the chips that NVIDIA is producing, because you should not forget the NVIDIA chips, you know, so there is a shortage in GPU chips that are commercially used for AI computing, you know. So, and that's why NVIDIA is just growing and growing and growing, and the earnings reports are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The percentage gets smaller, but the dollar amount gets bigger, you know, because the company is growing, because the stock is also going up. It works the same with Bitcoin, you know. So the higher Bitcoin goes, the more diminished are the percentage returns, but the dollar value is higher, you know. So it's here the same thing, the earnings report. So here we just need to wait for tomorrow for the earnings report, and that's when we need to position ourselves in some AI coins. So, but first we look at Ethereum. Ethereum broke out of that falling wedge pattern, broke here all the way up to $3,200, got rejected here one more time, touched again the 0.5 level that I was speaking yesterday about to use as an entry. If you want to trade Ethereum, still go to buy right now, because I believe tomorrow it's going to fly. The stochastic almost hitting the bottom. The RSI not looking too bullish, but the MACD will potentially bounce here from the signal line with the trend line, and the 12-hourly chart has already bottomed out, you know, so and is already turning here back to the upside. And you see also MACD losing momentum on the sell side, the RSI going sideways and slightly up. Tomorrow, guys, you know, tomorrow Ethereum is going to fly. Worst case tomorrow. So Solana might fly today already here into the golden ratio and gets a new all-time high, because we are, how much percent are we away? Like 7% from the former all-time high? Less, yeah, roughly 7%. So a 7% move in Solana is a new all-time high. And I reckon we get into the golden ratio. So if you see this here below $250, guys, below $250, I would still enter Solana. Below 250 with a stop loss at $238. So if you are at 247, 246, you can use the original stop loss here of $233. Just a reminder, guys, if we pump now here into the golden ratio in one single 12-hourly candle, we are far away from the EMA ribbon. Remember that we will come back down here at some point and touch this. And this is a 20-30% move to the downside. So be aware of that, you know. So that it can get ugly, when we get into a new all-time high. Just want to remind you about this, because usually the pullback, should go all the way down here into the 0.618, so as a bounce level. Even though I don't believe that we go that low, I don't believe that we go that low there, because Solana, that's like $100 move, it's like a 40% move to the downside. Don't expect that. So, but a move back to the EMA ribbon, yes, definitely, when we get close to $300. So, but right now, good to enter. Looks like we are getting a new all-time high here in the next couple of hours. Here on Alpha X, you see also my Solana trade is flying right now, over 200% in profit. My Sui trade is also kind of doing okay. The overall portfolio is still slightly below $1,000. So you see $913. So I need another $87 that I can close wherever I am with my positions, So and then I have $1,000, and then I'm going to show you how you roll that over and turn this into $10,000. So we have broken $91,800 on Bitcoin. So that means we go higher right now. If you want to trade on Alpha X, guys, just for signing up, you get $100. And if you deposit $100, you stand a chance to win $500 every single week, guys. So make use of that too, because this is the account where I turn a small amount of money in a really big amount. So in my next trade that I do here, when I hit $1,000, will be one that I do with you guys on a live stream, So on a live stream, most likely on a live stream, or it will be a limit order with a video so that everybody can get in, So that's why you need to have an Alpha X account, guys. Also link in the description in the pin comment below. Then Casper has reached our target area. So if you were still in this trade right now, is a good moment to at least set a stop loss at 16 cents 0.8. That's what I would do, because if now Casper decides to smash through here and goes above 18 cents 0.4, it's going to fly. It will fly straight to 21 cents roughly, to the prior all-time high. From there, most likely we'll get a small rejection and then pumps and goes into a new all-time high. Or it goes straight into new all-time high first, then comes back, and then continues to go higher. So here, that is a really, really good trade right now. I would just wait to see this break of 18 cents. When we break 18 cents there, I would enter. Or if we get a pullback to 16 cents 0.8, then also from there, I would potentially enter if I would not have a position already. So if you're in a position already, tighten your stop loss to 16 cents 0.8 and let it run. Then Render is one of the AI coins that I expect to run like crazy. Also, even if it pumps today, so it's pumping already a little bit today, it will pump tomorrow even more. So here we have a bull pennant. The target of the bull pennant is all the way up here at $10.22. When you take the Fibonacci extension level, then you see that we go much, much higher than this. Here, the golden ratio is on the way, but I'm targeting actually the 2.618 as a take profit, all the way up here at $13.23. I'm not sure if this is a new all-time high. If I'm not mistaken, Render was like at $14, $15 at some point. So it might be either close to the all-time high or it is a new all-time high. I cannot remember, because this is not the old Render chart. That is the new one that doesn't have the trading history on it. So, but only from current levels into the golden ratio here is 22%, and into the target is 28%, and to the 2.618 is 65.83%. So even if you enter now, you're good. Here on the 4-hourly chart, everything is set for a continuation to the upside. So if you would open a trade right now, as long as we are below $8.12, you're fine to enter this. Here I would not actually wait for a pullback. Just use small leverage, guys. You see my trades have not insane leverage on them, because I want to hold them for a long, long time and not get shaken out if we see here any major pullbacks. Now GRT again around my entry level right now. So here you will understand now why I entered GRT at the level where I actually entered it. And that is because of that big supply area. Because once we are breaking above this, GRT is going to fly, at least into the golden ratio where my target is, where I'm going to take potentially some profits, or at least tighten my stop loss. And then afterwards, here the next demand supply area all the way up here, starting at 33 cents approximately. So that's what I'm looking out for on that move, because this, actually this high up here is what I would be targeting once we are breaking the golden ratio here. So at 36 cents approximately. So that is a big move, guys. You know, that is a massive move. Look at this here, 36. This is a 60% move. So, and I'm trading with 5x leverage. So this is 300% on the money that I put in. So that would be with $10,000 that I'm trading right now, $30,000 profit on that single trade. So that's how I would play this. So, and right now I'm ignoring a little bit. I'm ignoring indicators, and I focus more on these key levels that prices are breaking, because you saw on Tezos and on Theta, indicators did not matter. Once we broke these key levels, coins just started to fly. So, and this is for every single coin the same thing. The next one is Near also an AI play. Here I expect the same thing. We have broken one key resistance line already and flew a little bit when we were down here. See, if I draw here a line, see here that support resistance flip along that line here. And now I expect something similar when we come up here. Currently, this is like a 5% move from current levels, I would say. But from here, we are going to fly into the next move, into the golden ratio and past, into that target here of $7.75. So here currently, I would not enter right now, guys, to be honest. I would wait for a pullback either to $5.72 or for the break of $5.35. So even though currently, actually, no, you don't need to wait for this. I would enter at a break of $6.12. I think I said this also the other day, $6.12. Get a 4-hourly candle above that level. You see here on the 4-hourly chart, we are ready to go higher. You can use here this trend line if you want at $6.08. So actually a little bit lower. So $6.08. Once we break $6.08, I think Near is going to fly. And especially tomorrow, Near will hit potentially that target here by tomorrow when Nvidia comes out with a massive earnings report. Then AMX, also one of the coins that usually does well around AI plays. Here, that downward sloping trend line, I don't need to explain what's going to happen when we break the trend line. Once we break it, AMX is going to fly potentially into $2.50 here really quickly. There's also prior high here at $2.60. That can happen also fairly quickly within a matter of a couple of days. So here on the 4-hourly chart, also here, just setting up to get a buy signal, stochastic RSI going sideways, MACD somewhat bullish, just trying to find momentum, I think, while we are consolidating below that big resistance. But once we break that resistance, you're going to see another moonshot. So where would I enter this? Either off the break of this downward sloping trend line here, or at a retest at $1.34. So that's how I would play this one. Then Optimism, another coin that does really well around AI narrative. Here a break of $1.86 would be a level where I would be entering, because then we fly straight to $2.10. And once we break that level, we fly to $2.36. I did not look at the Fibonacci extension level, so I'm gonna do it now. So yeah, you see $2.38, $2.48 would be my target once we break here above the $1.87. Because on the 4-hourly chart also here, same setup as on many other coins. We are just getting ready for the buy signal on the stochastic RSI, the MACD ready to bounce and get continuation, and the RSI also slightly pointing to the upside. So these are the plays that I have for you guys for today. I think we're going to print a lot of money here. So don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I see you with more cash tomorrow.